I just want to say, first of all, that I'm so glad that Shang-Chi is doing so fucking well in theaters, despite any sabotage that may have been dealt out to make sure that it didn't. Um, and I thought this was a really good opportunity to talk about why representation matters. I mean, I know that we've like, and you might be like, well, yeah, Nikki, we get it. Like that's all everyone has been talking about, especially with this movie. And I'm like, I don't know if you really do get it, or maybe we're not, or maybe let's just think about it a little bit more because this is something that hits, this is something that impacts me, or just something that I've been able to bear witness to quite a bit because I am married to an Asian man. Um, and it's very important just in general to showcase more than just Eurocentric standards of beauty on screen, because when you're growing up as a kid, media plays a very big role in how you see yourself, and you're developing these ideas of what beauty is. And and when you don't see yourself in those images of what's framed as beautiful, you can you will come to a conclusion, either consciously or in the back of your mind, that you can't possibly be beautiful, you can't be attractive, because you are so far from this standard of beauty that it's impossible. It's completely impossible, and you're shocked if anyone fucking wants you. um and that's really fucking harmful. And the desexualization of Asian men has been a very very normal thing in our society. And it's really funny because after this movie, I swear to you, there will be a whole bunch of people that are going to start actually being attracted to Asian men. And part of that is probably a little bit of fetish, fetish. Why can't I say the word right now? Fuck me, fetishization. Wow, I swear I can say it. Fetishization. Why can't I? What's wrong with me? Um, and some of it, and some of it will be that, but it's it's just so important to showcase different types of beauty so that all different types of people can be able to see themselves as beautiful. And like I said, the desexualization of Asian men, and black women, honestly, it seems to go hand in hand. Oh, we seem to go through similar struggles when dating. At least talking to my husband, there have been girls that he likes, and in middle school and high school, and he's been afraid to say anything to them because of the fear that they'll turn around and be like, I don't really like Asian men, Asian boys. Like I don't date Asian guys. And likewise, black girls will go through the fucking same thing. We would like somebody that's not black, and that fear that we're gonna confess our love, and they're just gonna turn around and be like, I don't date black girls, I don't really like black girls. And that was acceptable. Like that was like a reality that we had to just live with and be like, oh well. Like it wasn't something to be like, you're an asshole for that. It was like, yeah, that's kind of, yeah, that's the deal, because by definition, we're not pretty. By definition, we're not attractive. It's like just something that we accepted. And that's fucked up. It's fucked up that that's just something that you accept about your own image. That just because of how far you are, just from the standard of beauty, like just because of the stereotypes that were forced onto you, that doesn't necessarily define you as an individual. That's just something that's just like, yep, figure as much, might as well not even try. I can't tell you how many times, because I'm married to an Asian man, people have asked like about his dick size, either seriously or as a joke. um and just a reminder that the desexualization of Asian men, if my research is correct, if I remember correctly, is something that was created because Asian men became such fucking ballers in like the 1930s, 1940s, something like that, like immigrant Asian men became such fucking ballers and were financially just like killing the fucking game that they were becoming extremely attractive to women, particularly white women. And that wasn't so great for white men. And so they had to create something, had to create some narrative to stop white women from going for Asian men above them. And so, if I'm not mistaken, the small dick stereotype was created because of that. How crazy is that? When anything challenges white supremacy in any way, that's when these stereotypes are born. Like that's usually where it starts, and that's always where it starts, and that's fucking crazy, you know. So, like I said, all I just want to say is like with the knowledge of these things and like how self image and body image is just so much tied to the media that we consume. I'm so happy that we're getting more diversity, and my kids will be Asian, and I'm so happy that they're gonna have a Marvel superhero to look up to that looks like them or half of them. That's awesome because I didn't have that. You know, and there's more and more Black women entering the MCU. That's fucking great. Like, they're gonna have people to look up to, and it's so important for your self-actualization. It's so important growing up to in order for you to grow up and believe that you're worthy, because I don't think you guys, some of you don't realize how many of us grew up just accepting it as fact that we are less than human because we never saw ourselves on screen. We never saw ourselves framed as beautiful. They were all, basically all white people, framed as the definition of beauty. And then on top of that, we have these stereotypes that we are slave to that impact how other people see us. And we never got the chance. We never got the chance to have our personality shine through because they were stopped at the door because of our ethnicity, our race. That's fucked. So, food for thought.